Brent Rivera is a creator I don't expect you to know if you're above the age of 18, and since most of my audience is 18 to 24, there's a good chance that you only heard of Brent because of the situation with fellow YouTuber Tyler Rivera, a creator of over 2 million subscribers who got into a beef with a kid-friendly YouTuber. They both happened to be at the Shining Hotel. Tyler ended up walking into a fake prank being set up by Brent and the rest of his crew.
All started when I was staying at the Shining Hotel, came out of my room, and randomly found these two girls in the hallway. What is happening?
They're having a video. We're just pranking.
Who?
You'll see.
Who are you people?
What do you mean?
What is your name? Brent. Brent? Brent. Last name?
He walked up to Brent and asked him if he faked his videos. He said no, even though it's clear enough to see that he was faking it. And then Tyler started asking everybody in the crew questions, and it makes sense why Brent got annoyed. I think anyone would be if they're working on something and then was interrogated by somebody else with a camera in their face. But the reactions taken by Brent and his crew was the main issue that many people had in the situation. From making fun of the fact that Tyler was recording on an iPhone, making fun of his subscriber count, and just things like that. Brent's crew also acted like they were better than normal people and showed their dick riding skills for Brent at the same time. The whole situation was just a bad look for Brent altogether. This video was titled Overnight in the World's Weirdest Hotels. Here's the thumbnail for it. The video came out 3 months ago, and here's the video created by fellow YouTuber Drew Does with the exact same title and the blatant stealing of his thumbnail. It's the exact same one with different houses in the exact same position, and Brent is in the exact same spot that Drew was with the exact same text and arrow pointing at him. It's clear if you have eyes that he stole the thumbnail, and with Drew's video actually being posted 7 months before compared to 3 from Brent. But this is nothing new for Brent, who is a career thief when it comes to videos, titles, and thumbnails, and even the storytelling aspects for the entire videos, down to the intro of some of these videos almost being exactly word for word from another video, and the abuse of YouTube's copyright system to keep people from talking about him and criticizing his videos to keep them quiet. Brent is a creator who creates videos on kids who don't care if the video is fake or what the creator is doing outside of the video. So he's been able to get away with a ton of abuse since nobody above the age of 13 watches him, and he is not relevant to people over that age. He has gone away with a slap on the wrist for most of these situations, but after a past built upon taking from smaller creators and abusing people he doesn't like, there needs to be somebody talking about it, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it because I have nothing better to do. Okay, this is just a quick little message. I want to say thank you all for showing me the support for the Iceberg video and the Karl Malone video. But with all that being said, the goal is 2K by the end of the year, so if you want to help me get there, please sub below. When we talk about victims of Brent Rivera, there are a couple things that we can use to say that they are victims. The stealing of content. Brent is notorious for stealing both the title and the thumbnail from each of these creators, and even the intro and storytelling in certain cases. There are countless examples of this, so if I miss a couple, I'm sorry. Another way that you can be labeled as a victim of Brent is the false copyright takedowns and strikes on your channel for criticizing his content. Brent is going down a dark path when it comes to striking down channels like YouTubers before him. So if he's done it to those channels, they'll be labeled here. And again, if I miss a couple, I'm sorry. Here are some of the creators that have had their videos stolen by Brent. We have already covered the first instance of him taking one of Drew's videos and thumbnails, but we're going to go over another instance here. Here's Brent's video, I spent 100 hours in capsule hotels, and here's the thumbnail. Nothing weird or wrong, it's a nice thumbnail, him in his green shirt, but here's the original from a month ago. It's flipped, and when the video dropped, he was wearing a blue shirt on the right side of the screen. Here's Drew's video with the exact same title, I spent 100 hours in capsule hotels, from 3 months ago. Same title, same thumbnail, same blue shirt. The thumbnail is the exact same, and from Brent and his team, it's just blatant, and it's even worse when it comes to the intros for the video. They are very similar, and it gives you the vibe of, hey, let me copy off you, sure, just change a little bit so the teacher can't tell, and this is what we got.
Japan's cheapest capsule hotel, a first-class sleeping pod, and a capsule bed in a library. And I'm gonna travel around Japan to stay at all of them and more for the next 100 hours. Starting with my first hotel, the Sleep Lab. If you didn't know, capsule hotels basically have a bunch of mini bunk bed rooms for travelers who don't need that much space. They're also like way cheaper than a normal hotel room. Every capsule comes with your freebies: slippers, pajamas, towel, toothbrush. Inside you've got your light knob and
We're in Tokyo, Japan, and for the next 100 hours, we're gonna be forced to stay in some of the most unique capsule hotels Japan has to offer. Let's do it. From robots that check you in to capsules that watch your sleep patterns, there's even a sleeping pod that's hidden in a library.
Okay, so what is a capsule hotel room?
Basically, it's a really tiny hotel room that consists of just a bed and other weird things that you wouldn't find in a normal hotel room.
And we're supposed to spend 100 hours in it.
Yeah. Dude, what? And most of them are a lot cheaper than normal hotel rooms, starting at just $9.
Do I have to go with?
They're very similar to one another, the same 100-hour challenge, the same emphasis on the library pod, and the talk about the sleep pod. Brent mentions the robot cafe, where Drew is just at the robot cafe, so you can give a little pass there, but they're very similar intros. Not enough to say that it was initially stolen, but it's enough to raise some real concerns about it. This has netted Brent 4.3 million views, and it's netted Drew 6.1 million views. His video did do better, but the issue is that Brent is stealing from smaller creators and not crediting them in the video. And no, not the description, nobody actually goes in there, so that's not enough effort ever. But Brent is taking from the poor and feeding the rich like a reverse Robin Hood. Drew builds stuff as a creator who makes building videos, like he says in his name. Drew created a video called Building a Heated Doghouse for Canadian Winters, a good video that netted him 9 million views for his efforts, of both designing and creating the house itself. But with all that hard work, the video ended up getting stolen by a number of bigger creators who used the exact same design, changed 1 to 2 key aspects, and created it as their own. The video was stolen by creators like Zealous and Brent Rivera, where both videos were the exact same dog design, but at least Zealous had enough sense that say in the video that this isn't his actual video and that it's Drew's. So that's a little bit more of a pass from taking the video, but Brent doesn't say anything. Brent doesn't speak a word about it. He just takes it and then credits Zealous in the description, which we've already talked about, so not enough, and he also takes Zealous's thumbnail. So this is like a ladder of stealing because both creators have taken from Drew. We'll be here for hours if I have to go over every individual creator that Brent has stolen from. But there's many examples from creators like Matthew Beam and Eric where the same thing keeps happening. Brent sees a popular video, steals the title, steals the thumbnail, and then steals the intro and the story basis within the idea, and then makes a more popular video as the result of him having a bigger subscriber base. These issues fail in comparison to some of the other things he does behind the scenes here on YouTube, and these are some stuff that I don't think you can actually forgive him for. This is Dumpy, a creator who makes videos criticizing other creators and making jokes about them. This falls under fair use because he takes segments of the videos and he makes jokes and he criticizes the videos, which is fair use. It seems our friendly neighborhood YouTuber Brent decided to abuse the copyright system to get Dumpy's videos taken down, where he claims that they're just entire re-uploads of his video, which just falls in blatant abuse of YouTube's horrible copyright system, which is a whole separate issue altogether. But when it comes to criticism, there will always be someone who doesn't like how you did your videos, doesn't like you, but taking down videos you don't like because you have more subs to support will never be okay. It's wild that a 25-year-old with 26 million subscribers can get away with blatant abuse and stealing from other creators, and then he acts like a baby when somebody calls him out, and then wants to act like a child and hide in a room so he can't hear the criticism. Brent is one of the worst that YouTube have to offer, but he's not the worst, but he is one of the creators that you need to look out for because he will just take from you.